friend just messaged me. She said, "Where are you, lol?" And I want to answer with, "I'm in my dorm room because I skipped class." No, I didn't. Yes, I did. But it wasn't my fault. I couldn't find the building that our class was in. And then I texted my friends, like, I can't find the building because the classroom was changed. And then, like, no one replied me. So I'm like, fine. I'll go back to the dorm. And now they just said, "Where are you?" In my dorm, lol. I couldn't find the room. Hey guys, what's up? It's Amelia. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing my June, July, and August wrap up, and I know that it's like 3 months, and that's because I never made one for June, I never made one for July, and I was like, why would I make an August wrap up when I only read one book in August? So I'm just gonna put them all together. I read a lot of books in June. For June I read 6 books, and then for July I read 2 books, and then for August I read 1 book. So basically during June I did this sort of internship. I interned at my, well, it wasn't an internship, it was more like a job. I interned at my high school. I had to teach math to 5th, 6th, and 7th graders. So basically I had to be at school from 8 to 3 p.m. But my work was only for like 3 hours, so I had so much like free time to do nothing. So I just brought like a book every day, and every day I like finished a book. Well, sort of. I went home and then I finished the book after reading the book for the whole day. And I also read like in class while I was teaching math. I mean, while the teacher was teaching math, and the teacher didn't need me because I was a teacher assistant. I forgot to mention that. I was a teacher assistant, and so I just like kept reading during the 3-week period, so that's why I was able to read 6 books, which is actually like really good for me. Usually I read like 3 or 4, so I think I did really well. And also for June, I had so many like 5-star reads. I think I just picked the books really well because they were like mostly 5 stars. So there's 1 3-star, 4 5 stars, and 1 4-star for June. I'll start with the 3 stars. The 3 stars is A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is the novella to the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, which I won't get into what it's about just because it's way too complicated and I wouldn't be able to do it well anyway. But I just felt like the book was totally unnecessary. It could have been fit into the end of the 3rd book or the beginning of the next book, which is the 4th book, and I felt like all the characters were just eating, sleeping, waking up. It was just like their daily life, and I get that it like explored them as a person. There's no like plot and stuff, but then it just made it kind of boring except for one scene, which I won't spoil, but it was a really good scene. And yeah, it was just really unnecessary and it was pretty boring. It was really boring, so I gave it a 3 stars. I'm usually in love with Sarah J Maas's books, like all of them, but this one just didn't do it for me. And Assassin's Blade 2, it was very boring. It's a book in the Throne of Glass series, and I only read like half, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And then my 4-star read was Renegades by Marissa Meyer. This is like a superhero-ish story, and there's like the anarchists, and then there's the renegades, and the main character, Nova, she's part of the anarchists, but she pretends to be a renegade to take it down from the inside, something like that. And I gave it a 4 stars. I really liked it, and Adrian Everhart, the guy in the book, is so cute, and I'm really excited for Arch Enemies, which is the next book. Okay, now I'm gonna get into my 5-star reads, and they were so good. Like, I love them all so much. The first 5-star read that I read was King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard, which is the 3rd book to the Red Queen series. A lot of people didn't like the Red Queen series. I think I've said this before, but I really like it personally. It's about this girl. She has red blood, and people with silver blood have powers, but she has red blood, but she has powers. So it's like, what the heck? And then stuff happens. It's really good. But yeah, I really enjoyed King's Cage, so I gave it a 5 stars, and I really look forward to Warstorm, which I'll read soon after I finish all the books that I'm currently reading. The next 5-star book that I gave, the next book that I gave a 5 stars is Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. The book is like a Viking-inspired story about this girl who's in the Aska clan. So basically the Aska, it's a clan, and the Riki, which is another clan, they go to war every 5 years, and this girl named Elin, she lost her brother in the last war, like she saw him die, and then in the next war she goes to fight, and then she sees her brother fighting on the Riki side, like he's an enemy. So she's like, what the heck? I thought he was dead. And it was really good. And I loved most things about it. I felt like the author did a really good job in making us feel like how Elin would feel. Like, I had so much anger and it was just amazing. It was like a great ride full of like emotions. And I made a review for it, but I never posted it. And now I don't feel like posting it because it's been like months. So I don't know what to do, but I still want to post it. But then like, I don't know. I just don't know. My next 5-star read was Tower of Dawn by Sarah J Maas, which is the latest book in the Throne of Glass series. So we follow Chaol, who's a character in Throne of Glass, except it's a character that I really hated and really didn't like, and I really didn't want to read his book, but then I forced myself to read his book, and now I wouldn't say I like him, but he's tolerable now. I mean, I guess I sort of like him, but I still don't really like him. But I understand his perspective now, but I still don't really like him. But I feel like he's tolerable now, I guess. And I really liked the book. It was like amazing. At first it was hard to get into because there's so many new characters and I was just like, what is going on? I don't know like any of these people. But then like after like I kept reading, it was like really good and it was amazing and I loved it. Okay, so I was texting my friend. I don't remember what I was saying, but I'm just gonna move on to the next book that I gave a 5 stars because I don't remember what I was talking about. So the next book is Gigarella. I don't remember who it's by, but I'll put it here. Who's it by? I don't remember. Gigarella is about this girl. She loves to go to conventions and she has, it's sort of like Cinderella. She has an evil stepmother and 2 like mean sisters, and there's this like celebrity dude. I don't really remember. But I remember that I really liked it. It was like a really cute story. It was really easy to read. It was like a really fast read. I read like the first 2/3 of the book using an audiobook because I was playing a game and I was like, why am I playing a game when I could be playing a game and listening to an audiobook. So then I just like wanted like an easy story, not like a fantasy where I had to like think of like world building. So I just opened Gigarella because I knew that it would be like really easy to understand. So I just listened to it while playing my game, and then after I was like bored of my game, then I finished the rest through reading it in the ebook. So yeah, those were all the books that I read in June, and now I'm gonna go to July. And in July I only read 2 books because I'm terrible. Well, actually I only read 2 books because I was traveling. Was I traveling? Yes, I was. I think. Yeah, I was. Wait, I was traveling like in the end of July and beginning of August. But like I was busy in the beginning of July because I had to like go to like college orientation and like different orientations and stuff. Those are just excuses, by the way. I think my friend hates me because I'm always skipping class. No, I'm not. This is my first time skipping class. No, it's not. So in July, I read 2 books and both of them I gave them a 4 stars. The first one was Legendary by Stephanie Garber, which is the second book to Caraval by Stephanie Garber. And the second book that I read was Grace and Fury by... I'm getting so excited. Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart. I love this book so much. It's like my heart. It's my soul. But I gave it a 4 stars just because of the ending. It was so predictable, like you know it's coming. And it's the exact same ending / plot twist of another really popular YA series, so I knew that it was coming. But I was hoping that it wouldn't happen, because that would mean that like it just like copied the ending of like this book and it just made it like ew. But then it did happen, so it was so predictable, so I gave it a 4 stars even though the book was so good. Like it was so good. But yeah. So Grace and... Wait, I should talk about Legendary first. Legendary is just the second book to Caraval, and Caraval is about this carnival and then people like go there, and then Scarlet is trying to find her sister Tella. Wait, is that a spoiler? That's not a spoiler. And then she just has to like go through lots of stuff. Okay. So Grace and Fury, it was about like these 2 sisters. One of them really wants to be a Graceling. Is it called a Graceling? Oh, it's called a Grace. One of them really wants to be a Grace because it's like the highest position that females can be. It's like you're like, you stand next to like the king or like the prince and you're like one of his women. Apparently that's like respected or something. And one of the sisters really wants to be it, but then another sister gets the position, and then one of them goes to prison. It's not a spoiler, it's like written. And then like she has to use her power as a Grace to bring her sister out or something like that. But like she doesn't know how to be a Grace because she wasn't raised to be a Grace because she never like prepared for it because she thought her sister was gonna get it. So she, like, I don't know, it's just something like that. But it was so good and I loved it so much except for the ending, and I just really loved the book. Okay. And then let's move on to August, where I only read one book, and the only book that I read is Warcross by Marie Lu, and I read it for the second time to prepare for Wildcard, which is coming in, like next month or something like that, because I literally forgot like what happened in Warcross, but I remember that it was really good, so I just had to reread it. But it's about this girl, Emika Shen. She's a skilled hacker, and there's this game where you wear glasses and then you like can play a game. But then Emika Shen is like poor and she's trying to steal something from the game, but then when she tries to steal the item from the game by hacking, her avatar goes in there and then stuff happens. Something like I just can't explain books, but it was really good and I really look forward to Wildcard. I actually read more books in August, I just never finished them, so that's something I have to work on. We have Heart of Thorns by Brie Barton. This is the FairyLoot edition. It's so pretty. It's about this girl. She can, well, it's kind of hard to explain, but I didn't finish it because I am busy. That's a lie. I didn't finish it because I just don't feel like finishing it. Oh my god. It's about this girl. She hates these people called the Gwairach, but then she finds out that she's a Gwairach. That's not a spoiler, it's written, and she doesn't know what to do, basically. And the Gwairach can manipulate flesh, blood, and bones, and they're like half demon, or like half god, half human, something like that. So I only read like 5 chapters, but I didn't finish it because I'm just not in the mood. And then I also started reading Perfect Chemistry. I don't remember who it's by. I'll put it here. I think it's like a contemporary romance. I think it's about like this perfect girl and this like imperfect like gang dude. I don't even know, honestly. I only got like 1/3 through, but I don't remember, but it looks good and there's a lot of good ratings, so I started reading it. I didn't finish it yet, but I hope to finish it soon. Okay, so I also started reading Dance of Thieves by Laura. Is that her name? Dance of Thieves by, oh my god, I know this. It's the girl who wrote Kiss of Deception. Mary E. Pearson, yes. Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. I only got like halfway, no, like I got like 1/3 through, and it's really good. I love it so much, but I didn't get to finish it yet because I'm lazy and like I'm not really in the mood to read these days for some reason. But I really hope to finish the books I just listed soon because they were really good and I want to finish it. And also, this is so like not related to my wrap up, but I bought this yesterday. It's The Towering Sky. It's the 3rd book to the 1000th Floor trilogy, which is really good, and I'm currently reading, well, I didn't start reading it yet. I read like 1 page, so I'm currently reading it. It's so good. I mean, I don't know if it's good because I read 1 page, but like okay, I read 2 pages. From the first 2 pages, like I know it's gonna be good because like, so what the series does, it tells you the ending in the beginning and then it's like 3 months earlier. Like for every book in the series, it's like that. So you see the ending and you're like, oh my god. And also the ending, it's always one of the characters dying. So you'll see like blah blah blah, blank died, and then it'll be like 3 months earlier and it'll show blank's life. You know what I mean? So I just saw that someone died and it's one of my favorite characters in like the beginning, and then it says 3 months earlier. So I'm like, oh my god, like I don't want to read this. But yeah, it's really good because I know it's gonna be good because the first 2 books were really good, and this is so irrelevant to my wrap up, but I just have to talk about it. I'm really excited to go on this journey, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you so much for watching this wrap up. I'm sorry if like it was like really long, but I will see you guys in my next video. Also, I haven't been posting as often. Sorry, I just keep talking, but I haven't been posting as often, not because I don't have time, but because I feel like my videos are very unoriginal and very uncreative. It's literally like everyone else's videos, wrap ups, TBRs, book hauls, like that's literally it. Oh, and unboxings, that's literally it. And I want to like revamp my channel to have more like creative stuff that like not everyone else does, you know what I mean? So I'm just taking time off. Well, I'm not taking time off, I just post less often to like brainstorm these ideas. I have a few. There's a story time that's related to a bookish experience that I really want to share. And then there's, well, I'm not going to spoil, but I'm really looking forward to making these videos that like the types of like I haven't made before, you know what I mean? So yeah, and thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!